video game industry. Can we stop doing this? The world of video games is in no shortage of business decisions that are outright terrible or even strange in nature. And this particular choice will always get under my skin because it's just utterly ridiculous. My Nintendo News is reporting that the European release of Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is actually not going to have a physical cartridge in the game case. As the article states, Capcom Europe has confirmed that the physical edition of the long-awaited MvC Fighting Collection Arcade Classics for the Nintendo Switch will be a code-in-a-box deal for Europe. If all you're gonna get is a piece of paper in a box that's got a digital code in it, why are you calling it a physical release? Forget whatever they decided to call it. Why even do a release like this at all? Why make players wait 2 extra months to get their copy of the game that they can already get right now by just going into the eShop? I just don't get the logic of doing a release like this. The entire reason why you have a game case is to hold your game cartridge or disc. The modern gaming era has seen these big gaming companies push back on the idea of players actually owning the video games they buy. Some of these studio heads have outright said that gamers should get used to the concept of not owning the games they pay for. And this isn't a problem exclusive to video games either. TV, music, books, film, all of it. If it's a digital good, they don't want you to own it. They want to be able to take that back from you at any moment. See, once you buy the physical version of any media, it's yours to keep. It's yours to use for as long as it will still work. But when you buy a digital good, you're at the complete mercy of the platform that's hosting it. Sure, right here, right now, at this moment in time, lots of people are going out and buying the digital version of the MvC Fighting Collection, and they're having a great time and everybody's happy. But what happens if Marvel and Capcom suddenly don't see eye to eye, and they don't want to do business with each other anymore, and any deals that were made between them to get this collection to exist in the first place fall through? Then the games become unavailable again, and we're right back to where we were before that Nintendo Direct. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not against games being available to download digitally, but the problem isn't that digital versions of these games exist. It's the heads of the industry pushing the idea that digital should be the only way you have access to these games. Let's think about Nintendo Switch Online for just a second. You can play any number of some of Nintendo's most iconic games at any time thanks to Nintendo Switch Online. I think it's a good thing that these catalogs exist, and though I wish they would update them a little bit faster, Nintendo does add games to all of them every now and then. What if this next console, the successor to the Switch, does not have online catalogs like this? But that's the problem. We don't know how Nintendo is going to handle all of these games on future consoles. And you can't just rely on emulation to be there to fix things. Not every video game emulates well. And we all know that if it were up to Nintendo, emulating their video games would get you mandatory time in prison.
It's me, Mario!
Yeah, tell it to the judge.
Get in or get out.
So please, game industry, I'm begging you, stop mocking us with this stupid, silly crap of releasing a physical case with no game cartridge or disc in it. It's a waste of resources, and it just doesn't make any sense. I just want to make sure that I can play my video games without having to worry about 2 rich guys getting into an argument in an office somewhere and then deciding to just take the games offline and ruining everybody's fun. No, Mr. Gaming Executive, I don't think I will.